Hello everybody, Chris Grant here again. Today I'm going to do a short video on a good beginner piano book. About 5 or 6 years ago, when I first started wanting to learn the piano, I thought I could teach myself, and I ran out and bought a whole bunch of books, like music books that are anthologies, greatest hits, rock and roll, Steely Dan, Pink Floyd, Billy Joel, Elton John, all those Hal Leonard books. I thought I could just get started. So I was having a lot of difficulty, of course. A lot of that's pretty advanced material. So I decided to take piano lessons. So I brought all those books with me. My piano teacher, it was one of my first lessons, and she said, well, let me see what you can do. You got all these books. Pick one and play something out of it. And I made a fool out of myself. I couldn't play any of it. I spent $200 or more on all these books because they're quite expensive. And I tried to play one by sight reading, and I fell flat on my face. So she said, look, you need to start with a beginner piano book. So she told me about this Thompson's book that she starts a lot of her students with. So I looked at the book and I saw all these kitty drawings in there, and I'm like, what is this, Mary Had a Little Lamb stuff? And she said, no, it's a little bit more advanced than that, but you need to get started with a good beginner book because, all those books are way over your head. And she was right. She was definitely right. So I bought a copy of the book, and I started learning the pieces, and they are challenging. They're not as easy as you think. So I'm going to play a few of the very early pieces of the book. Of course, the pieces get more difficult as you get deeper into the book. But for now, I'm just going to show a couple of the early pieces, and I'll have a brief discussion after I play. The sheet music will be above the piano. So here we go. So you have to make the most out of these pieces. The benefit is that they're really short, and you don't feel overwhelmed, even though when you're a beginner they seem overwhelming. And the book advances and gets more difficult as you progress. They don't say anything about pedaling, using the pedal in these pieces. They kind of shy away from that. But if you're more advanced and you're comfortable, use the pedal. My piano teacher said, pay attention to the dynamics. If it says, play softly, play softly. If it says forte, play forte. She said, that's what brings life into these pieces. You could also challenge yourself and play them faster, slower, make the most out of it. But you gotta walk before you can run. So this is my piano tip, and we'll see you next time.